In a marketplace getting ever more saturated with rooty-tooty loot and shooties comes a game that defies all expectations for the genre by not sucking an entire ass on launch day. The Division 2. Tactically squat behind a series of walls once again in the sequel to the boringly competent Division 1, a game about shooting faceless mooks until better guns pop out, and watch in amazement as they actually listen to criticism and improve the gameplay, while releasing a product that's mostly not a broken trash pile. Whoa, an online video game that works on day one? 11 stars. Take your only legal chance to spray gunfire across our nation's capital as Div 2 moves the action to DC, where the horrible dollar flu you barely remember from the first game has caused the city to collapse into anarchy, a setting that conveniently justifies lots of random dude murder, and lets you do it at the Washington Monument without making it too political. As Ubisoft goes so far to avoid saying anything offensive, they make the hero a mute. You gonna say anything, Chief? No? Whatever, you're just gonna talk over all the cutscenes with your friends on Skype anyway. Aid in the effort to rebuild DC from the chaos by checking every box in yet another open-world map covered in icons, full of reasons to blast dudes in the face in search of a slightly shinier assault rifle, with which to do even more face blasting as your level climbs higher. In a game that's purely about the joy of the numbers going up, because it's hard to get too excited about a legendary shotgun. The legends say it's like a gun, but shottier. Discover the core of Div 2's gameplay, the murder, and unpack a surprisingly robust combat system, where the unforgiving tactics of the AI combine with dudes soaking up an unbelievable amount of bullets, forcing you into encounters that are not afraid to hand you your ass. And luckily, they make it pretty easy to find a group, because playing the Division alone is like going to the movies by yourself. Sure, it's allowed, but you're gonna feel like a loser. Reveal the hidden second game at the end of the level grind, the lawless PvP areas, and discover you're not nearly as good at this game as you thought you were, as teenagers slap your take your loot, and emote over your dying body, until you finally gather enough gear to raid Molten Core, in a gameplay arc that screams, "We read your forum posts about the last game having nothing to do at the end." See, Mom? Complaining on the internet does pay off. Eventually. Also, can I have $40 for the season pass? So hike up those uncommon pants and get ready to get extra loud for a shoot-looting experience that isn't under or overwhelming, but will leave you just regular-whelmed. And given that it's a super dark apocalypse where everyone's killing each other, maybe that says some pretty effed up stuff about the times we live in. Just kidding. It's just fun to shoot at anything that moves. Starring Florida Man, Bullet Sponge, Deploying RC, Siphon Filter, The Juggernaut, and agents like you. Loot free, die hard. Look, love, hate, or feel largely indifferent about this game, we can all agree on this: it's pretty fun to steal the Declaration of Independence.
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.